Hello, pile number one, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look at what it is that the divine is encouraging you guys to embrace more of in your everyday life. And tapping into your energy, pile number one, I'm picking up that you guys have a mastery over some form of healing, whether this is healing of the body or whether this is healing of the psyche. This could even be a talent for healing confusion or like hostility. I feel like you guys are being called to embrace more of your balance of knowledge between light and dark energy. You guys are very gifted at seeing the good within the bad and then the bad within the good. And this is what charges your healing abilities. You're very good at transmuting negative situations into positive and then using positive situations to capitalize on goodness. You know what I'm saying here? I also feel like you guys are being called to embody more of your spiritual awareness and share this with the world around you. There's something about your perspective. It's unique and will help other people who usually don't relate to spirituality relate in a new way. I think you guys are coming to discover that at the root core of everything, you can take many different pathways and express spirituality in many different ways, but still lead each other to the same destination. Does that make sense? So it's like you're very good at seeing what works for people and what does not, and you're very good at discerning out what is outdated and what should be embraced more of. I just heard as well that you guys are most dominant within your solar plexus, your third eye, and I'd also say your crown chakra from what I'm feeling here. So you guys are very good at downloading higher insights, perspectives, understandings, and you're very good at using these truths and clarities to motivate people to better beginnings, and to also embrace their own unique strengths and talents. So you help connect people back to the truth of who it is that they are. You're also being encouraged to remove yourself from situations, environments, circumstances that keep perpetuating negative energy, or removing yourself from places where you feel like you don't belong within the environment, within the circumstances, or you feel like the commitments that you have no longer reflect who it is that you truly are. This will help you to balance out your finances. The endeavors or the environment that you're in is encouraging you to spend more, use more than what is actually necessary. So yeah, we have new beginnings here. I was picking up on this in the energy. You guys are about to go into a new beginning, and that's the situation that you've probably found yourself in. You're being initiated into an advanced way of understanding something that you thought you had already once understood in its completion. There's going to be like a reawakening. So you're also being called to understand that you have the ability to make the impossible possible. And this is because you have the ability to condition things into being. This is also saying you also have a hidden talent or gift to be a teacher, because you're a student to life experience itself, which naturally shifts you into the role or the position of becoming a teacher, because you're not actually intentionally trying to be a teacher. You're just always learning, which puts you in a stance of always being one step ahead or 10 steps ahead, as it is, depending on how receptive you are to the information and how aware you are of your own psychic abilities. So you're being called to put your psychic understanding, psychic abilities into practice and into use. If you guys have been wanting to explore tarot or oracle, this is saying, promote yourself. You don't have to, if you're like really starting off, you don't have to charge anyone. Offer your service and just make people aware of where it is that you are at on your current journey. Transparency is the key. That will help you feel more comfortable in exploring how it is that you can use cartomancy or divination abilities, whether this is runes, tarot, any occult tool. Because the key to understanding, no matter where it is that you are on your, spiritual journey and spiritual awareness, the key is knowing that you are the source of everything outside of you is just a tool to connect into the source of the truth, which is you. The cards aren't what's power. The tool is not what is bringing you the truth. It's a tool that you're using to bridge the truth with yourself. Do you see what I mean? So you are the power behind your practice. All right. Now let's go ahead and look a little bit deeper. Divine guides, guardians, energies in service of the highest and greatest good of those who are viewing. Pile number 1, what are you encouraging them to embrace more of within their focus? We have compassion, and then we also have synchronicity. You're getting frustrated because you keep repeating the same cycles. Have some compassion for yourself because you're learning more deeply about the situations that you keep finding yourself repeating. The thing about pathways like this is that there's always a deeper depth to an understanding, because there are multiple dimensions of an understanding. Do you get what I mean? The environment card just came out here as well, number 44 and 99. This is saying that you're bringing an end to situations, things, perspectives, beliefs, habits and patterns, commitments and agreements or partnerships that are threatening your ability to make the best out of your situations. You already know. I just heard Sin City is the song that I'm hearing. Sin City. So you guys are realizing that you have been outgrowing certain places and people and reclaiming your personal empowerment, because I feel like these places and people were restricting your true ability to fully embrace the empowerment that's coming from your growth. And that's why you're finding things drift away and coming into completion naturally. These things are ending for a reason, or these things are changing outside of you for a reason, because we have 999, which means it's orchestrated. This is divine. This is something that has come to a completion that you'll never experience again, that has been lifelong lived in different expressions in different ways. You're learning the final completion of a deeper life wisdom that is going to help aid you in mastering your healing ability. Okay, so there's advice here to listen to music as well, much more. Your body might want to be moving more, so if you feel like you need to dance or you're feeling restless, use the art of dance. It will help you to release energy. For others of you, you guys have a gift. Your voice and vibration becomes amplified when you sing songs that resonate with how it is that you feel. So be very mindful of what it is that you're expressing through your voice, especially when there's an intensity of emotion behind it, because you're energetically charging the focus that you have, and it's becoming an independent consciousness. You being aware and mindful of what you say and how it matches the intensity of what you feel will help you to get in charge of your manifestation abilities and redirect them away from courses, places and people or patterns that you no longer need to be experiencing anymore, with the time out card coming out here. Okay, so what is the challenge to them embracing all that you're encouraging them to? What is the main challenge? You feel like there's not enough time and that you're in a rush. Slow down, pile number 1. Evolution exists outside of linear time. Linear time is a man-built concept that helps us to take hold and control over our system. But the system isn't the reality. The system is what we shape around the reality of things. This is what you're learning to grab hold of and become centered with. This is where you find natural flow, rhythm, and balance. You live beyond duality in this realm. The duality of good versus bad, and you start to see through the eye of what is and what is not. The concept of good, bad, opposites attract doesn't really matter, because you see in the realm of energy, there's no such thing. because bad things can be used in good ways and good things can be used in bad ways. So it all depends on the free will of the individual, and this is what you're going to be seeing highlighted and enhanced very, very clearly around you. This is how your higher self is wanting to work with you to help you to embrace your psychic abilities or your intuition. You have an inner knowing and an inner wisdom that keeps repeating itself to you, but you've been ignoring the calling. And this is just a confirmation reading to announce to you that, you know, you're safe to trust yourself, and there's a deeper reason as to why you should be. So what is it that they can expect if they embrace what they know that they need to be doing? You're going to see how everyone is different, and you're going to know how to reprioritize your connections that will help you to change and shift your timeline into better directions. It will also help you to realign your relationships in better ways as well, where you're feeling more stable within yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of people around you who somehow feel like they have a say in who it is that you are, and I don't like it. Like, yeah, there's encouragement, and, you know, it's good to be aware of who it is that we're connected to, their personality traits, blah, blahs. You know what I'm saying here, but it's not okay, at least in my opinion, for me to say, like, oh, you should be doing this better by doing this more. Like, I know that's why you came here, but I don't feel like me doing that for you right now is going to be helpful to you, because the whole lesson here is you learning to trust in your own differences. You're learning to trust in your own uniqueness. And I know that might be frustrating for you, because some of you have literally been looking for like a clear, set, direct path. What I would suggest you do if you feel like you're lacking in direction is do some third eye chakra work. This will help you to see through your own mind's created confusion. So when you feel challenged by things outside of you, the answer is you. And if you feel like you are disconnected from you and your truth, it's an invitation to go away, retreat, and nurture yourself. Nurture what seems uncomfortable within you. Nurture what seems indifferent. Because there'll be goodness in these things that you're repressing or suppressing underneath the surface that you could be utilizing more of. That will then also help further lead you into mastery of your healing abilities and help you to relate more to people outside of you, because you're meeting yourself more deeply. You're granting yourself the ability to understand other people more deeply. Does that make sense? Like, you're very good at seeing yourself in others, so the more deeply you meet yourself, the more deeply you're going to see the resonance within the people who come to you looking for healing. You're also going to find that your reality outside of you and the people that you are attracting are also going to be mirroring to you certain unmet things that require acknowledgement, because there's an attachment to an unhealed trauma or an unacknowledged emotional burden. There we go. Sorry guys. We got there. It's okay. I also feel like you guys are going to be seeing the number 22, 12, 12, and 11. The only number that's actually here is 11, 23, and 14. So we have 55 as well. Yeah, you guys are going to be going through, the more you align to your inner truth and meeting yourself more deeply, the more you're going to find yourself naturally and most effortlessly aligning to the flow of where it is that life is guiding you toward, if that makes sense. So that's what you're being encouraged to embody more of. And what can you expect as a result? Sorry, that will manifest if they follow this advice. We have the last quarter moon in Virgo. You'll be able to attend to details that could possibly have been escaping your awareness, that actually has more impact than what you were once aware of. And then you'll be able to take control of these small details and redirect them in itself, because you're more clear within your mind. It's the small things that are confusing you the most. And it's because you have a very complex mind. So what you're being invited to do is simplify the way of thinking about it, and the way you can do that is by accepting it for how it appears to be. Not everything is as deep as what you can take things. Pile number 1, and this is what you're going to be building more boundaries with fine balance coming out of the deck here. Can you guys see it? Probably not. I promise it says fine balance, full moon in Libra. Yeah, this will also help you to honor yourself and also reconnect to auspicious energy, or what we call luck, because this says believe in your good luck. So those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has found you well and come with positive purpose. And with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look at what it is that Divine is encouraging you guys to embrace more of. And as I'm taking a look into your energy, it's things that have been unthought of. Things that have been unthought of, sharing, accessing, and experiencing. So what I feel here is that you guys are awakening to your inner strengths through the shift of perspective, especially in regards to what psychic abilities actually are. Perhaps you guys had a pre-educated understanding of what psychic abilities are, how they work, and things like that, and you're starting to release what you thought you know to open up to expanding yourself and discovering what is and how it works. So we have community here as well. This is because you guys have been connecting to people who are more like-minded, more aligned to the fascinations of discovery that you guys have. People who are already experienced an awareness of what it is that you're seeking the truth of. So what I just heard is that you guys are being encouraged to embrace more of your authentic communication, because you guys have been revealing to yourselves your own inner truths. And the thing about your inner truths is they're instinctual, which means that they're shared. They're collective experienced patterns, truths, understandings. So people around you will have similar perspectives, but you guys have a unique perspective of how it is that the instincts works with the conscious mind. So I don't know, perhaps you guys are very good at relating to nature outside of you, reading nature, reading animal totems. You guys could have healing abilities of animals, or you guys have a strong connection to the animal kingdom. The thing about animals is they master over certain instincts that we all share as like incarnated creations. So they feel the same things as what we feel, but their reaction is different. And you guys are learning how to understand more precisely what emotions mean what and how they're projected through people outside of you. So perhaps you guys create a lot of clarity around intentions, misunderstandings of self, and the impact and projection, the influence and effect of what choices can be made with the potential of people. I don't know if that's making sense. I don't know. But you understand how individuality expresses and projects itself very well. So you're very good at seeing this out in other people outside of you. And this is something that you're being called to embrace more of. Your ability to understand people outside of you, especially instinctually. You have a strong inner wisdom that guides you, and it comes through as an inner dialogue, I believe. It also motivates you to stand up and stick up for what it is that you believe in. So there's strong loyalties that you have to your virtues, your morals, and this is what you're being called to embrace more of and express more of as well. That's one of your greatest strengths that you might not fully understand yet, is your morals, your virtues, your integrity, your principles. You have an ability to understand harmony very well, and what a lot of people don't understand in this time and age is that is what is required to heal most people's attachments and wounds and resistance, is their morals, their virtues, and their core values. And this is what you're helping to lead people back towards with self-love coming out here. You help them to connect to the inner truth and the inner child, the concealed truths and what haunts them really. So past traumas that still influence them in their everyday waking life, but subconsciously. Another thing that you guys are going to be discovering as well, so it's not really something that you need to embrace, but it's something that you're going to struggle to accept, because there's still going to be like doubt around it, is you're going to be foreshadowing certain predictable events, situations, outcomes, possibilities. And this is coming through your intuition, and it's probably going to be something that is shared. It's like, I don't know, you're going to see it in a community or in a family dynamic, in a shared group experience. And you're being called to talk about that more, because there's like an inner caution that keeps rising within you, or if not yet, you will find this is when your instincts are kicking in, and you're being called to talk more about these sorts of things that are highlighted to your awareness. It comes through as heavenly guidance, just saying, guys. So yeah, you guys are being called to embrace more of your authentic awareness and the concealed truths that you are already aware of. That's why I can't put a specific something behind this. It's like different for all of you, but you're already aware of the things that you should be embracing more of that you're kind of not yet. But that's okay. So yeah, you guys have healing modalities, perspectives, philosophies, outlooks that other people could benefit from. And once again, heavenly messages with the dove being here. It's like perhaps some of you have like connection to mediumship, but the thing that was blocking you was your pre-educated way of what mediumship looked like. There's plenty of different ways mediumship expresses itself, guys, and this can be something that is highlighted through all of your senses, which is mastery, all of your, you know, your understanding and perception of your psyche. That's mastery over mediumship, and it's reflected through I forget what I used to call it, a clear conduit medium. Clear conduit mediumship, from what I was taught years back from other energies and other realms, was that it's the ability to embrace energy, understanding, and receptivity through all of your senses. Then you have like claircognizant mediumship, which is clear knowing of what is just through sensing the energy. Then there's like, you know, clairsentient mediumship, you feel the dead. Clairvoyant, you can see how people died, you can see the dead outside of you. You know, clairaudient, you hear the dead, you hear paranormal phenomena. I guess the basic thing is, pile number 2, that I can put to all of you guys, is that you are literally awakening to the foundation of your strengths, which is you. Your authenticity, who it is that you are, how it is that you naturally work, your natural strengths, and your natural perceived deficits that you're still learning to turn into your strengths. Does that make sense? Okay, so what is the challenge behind pile number 2 embracing what they're being called to embrace? Before I touch on the cards that just came out here, I also just heard you're learning to embrace the wisdom that you've already learned from your previous life experiences. Once again, the block in that is your doubt. So coming to self-acceptance that you are receiving the totality of information that is available to you for what it is, which will then grant you the satisfaction of feeling like it's safe to accept what is. You don't need to keep looking to add to your knowledge. Accept what you know already, and if you need to discover more, you will. And act with what you know, and then you will learn more if need be. Okay, I don't know why that's important, but what's blocking you is your attachment to how you like to do things. It's a comfort zone. You're being called to explore outside of your comfort zone with number 5 and 44 being here, because 44 is all about comfort, security, what you're used to, a safe space. But the thing here is, if you want growth, you're going to have to explore different areas that you can then explore, exercise, sorry, to then experience the enhancements and advancements or improvements within your awareness of ability. Because the thing is, you're not working to make things better, they are already better. You're just learning how to use them in better ways. It's kind of like the whole situation of working smarter rather than harder with what it is that is already working, you know. What is the strength that they can embrace that will help them? What should they embrace to help them embrace what the divine is guiding them to do? How can they overcome their challenges? So we have breathe through the tension. I'll show you that shortly. And then we have take inspired action. Funny, because the card that came out of another deck was creativity. So I guess it kind of goes along with this as well, with the creativity. But anyways, this is talking about you paying attention to the finer details that are within yourself that keep grabbing your attention, though you keep hushing. You know what I'm talking about. There's like truths that you know that you're concealing on purpose. But that's what's building the tension within you, because it's resistance that you're meeting, where the reason why it's coming to your awareness is because you're being called to follow it, to use it, to embrace it, and to imply what you're growing in awareness of, so that you can expand on that with the full moon coming in. Do you see how this is like a partial moon and then the full moon comes into being? Embrace the concealed truth to then expand. It's just repeating everything that we said, and then you'll find that stress will be alleviated. Your anxiety will lessen as well, because you'll become comfortable in what is unknown to you. That's the only reason why you have anxiety here. Be comfortable with being a student to your untapped potential. If you can do that, you will move into a much more easier flow, and you'll naturally find that it's safe to follow what you were attracted to within your inspirations. Practice gratitude. Yeah. Rather than resisting, try to start to practice gratitude and things being naturally revealed to yourself. Just be like, thank you. Even if you don't know what you're thinking, and if you're doing it in your head, it doesn't matter. This strengthens your trust within you growing aware of what is revealed to your conscious mind. Does that make sense? Everything is happening inside of you. Your psychic abilities is you. There is no one is subjected, no one is excluded, nothing. It's all about awareness, practice of self, alignment of self. Authenticity is the key, and that is what spirituality is. Authenticity. Finding the unique authenticity is what makes your path uniquely shaped to you, which means you will find mastery in your own form of spirituality through exploring the depth of your authenticity, because there is no one way to mastery of spirituality. Pile number 2, no one way. You can discover it through doing something like exploring money and superficial material, all the way to full-blown psychic mastery. You know what I'm saying? There is no one way, because creation is existence, which means source is everything, because source is existence itself. You get me? No one religion, no one way of practicing spirituality, because what is wellness to one person is not wellness to another, which is the psyche. Complete wellness of the authentic self, which is unique. I don't know why I'm having to stress this so much. Perhaps this is something that you like. Honestly, accepting, because I don't know, perhaps there were certain influences outside of you that were restricting your perspective of understanding that there are more ways to explore the totality of your possibility, your limitless potential, your ever-evolving self. So one more. What should they embrace moving forward that will help them to create the best possible awakening and advancement? So we have be proud of yourself. Own who it is that you are. Clear your mind. There is no reason for confusion when you're in discovery of yourself and see the bigger picture. You are ever evolving. There is no... That is what mastery is. Mastery is knowing how to face the ever change. Mastery is knowing yourself so well that you are not in fear of change and not in fear of the unknown. It's knowing how to apply yourself in your best possible way so that you can overcome challenge to the best of your ability. So yeah, you're being overall encouraged to embrace your individuality and your uniqueness within self, your concealed truths that you know you've been concealing for the longest time. It's ready to be put on display. If that makes sense. Yeah, it will help you to move deeper into the truths of yourself as well, guys. So those are the messages that I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope this has come a positive service to you and has found you well. But with all that being said, until next time, see you later. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look into what it is that you guys are being guided to embrace more of. Now, just aligning to your guys' energy, I feel like you guys have a creative block because I just felt the tinge in my sacral chakra. Now, I don't actually think it is a creative block. I think it's an emotional, inherited, ancestral pattern. I think you guys have come here to be, I don't know what they call it. I'm pretty sure it's like chain breakers or like ancestral curse breakers, stuff like that, you know. You guys are here to help heal your ancestral line and create a better future for the loved ones that will come to be. I feel here that you guys have been learning to embrace your personal power by removing negative habits, patterns, outcomes, beliefs, perspectives, and commitments that say your parents had before you, that were passed on to you, and that their parents had before them, and their parents' parents had before them. You know what I mean. And you guys have learned how to embrace flexibility, to choose a different way, a different path, and a different perspective. You guys are very clairvoyant, by the way. I can see it. You guys see things a lot differently to the world outside of you, and you're very good at seeing the law of cause and effect outside of you. You're very good at predicting the consequences to people's choices and actions, and you help inspire people to follow their dreams when you follow your own. Pile number 3, that's what you're being encouraged to embrace more of, your dreams. And music, the natural rhythm and requirements of what it takes to build your dreams into being, if anything. Yeah, and financial discipline. So financial discipline doesn't necessarily mean money. It also means like your financial assets within your spirituality. So it's like your energy. That is your currency in regards to where we're looking here. Because what I feel you guys have been going through is cycles that have been deviating your focus into distractions, which has been focusing your energy into dead ends, and you've been learning to redirect these focuses so that you guys could also increase your self-confidence. I just heard what's helping you to increase your self-confidence is that you guys are purifying yourselves from outsourced projections of judgment. So for example, like say if you come from a family that has repetitively, I don't know, lived a life of crime, and you guys chose a different pathway, perhaps everyone had placed you as well because you were attached through blood, attached you to like a preconceived judgment, like, oh, you must be bad too, or whatever. You know what I'm saying here? You guys are releasing yourself from expectations and what people have once boxed you in. What are they being encouraged to embrace more of? Sorry guys, I'm just pulling out some cards here. So, okay. Look, okay, so you guys have been crashing in energy a lot. The reason why you're crashing is because you keep being affected by comparison. This could be comparison that you making within yourself and keep comparing to other people, which is affecting your ability to see your own strengths accurately because you're comparing them, or other people outside of you comparing you, which is making them judge you, and they're attaching their judgments. Don't let personal projections from outsources affect and influence or impact you. You guys are on your own path for a reason here, and you're working for more than just yourself. You might have felt a lot of the time that you are the person who carries a lot of burdens. You guys could have felt like the scapegoat. You guys could have felt like the black sheep of the family, someone who was just completely different, and this was because you saw things completely different to how it was that everyone else around you at the time saw things. So what you're being embraced to do is accept the way it is that you are, for who it is that you are, and the way it is that you perceive the world outside of you. This is going to set a clear trajectory for you to start to move forward, because you're starting to understand what is good for you and what is not, what is necessary to heal, and what perpetuates wounds, you know. Okay, so what I also just heard was that you guys help people to overcome procrastination. This is when you have kind of met your own procrastination and you've learned what it is that you are in true avoidance of. You're the types of people who are very good at tapping into the hidden, concealed truths of other people outside of you, but also your own. And that's what you're being embraced and called to embrace doing. Embrace your own procrastination, because it will reveal to you what it is that you are truly in avoidance of, which is usually an unhealed wound, judgment, perspective, or belief, or pattern. And you're very good at seeing this out in other people outside of you as well when you're not in a space of procrastination. So if you felt halted or stagnated, you're not. You're wanting to connect deeper to yourself. So you're being invited to ask yourself what it is that you're in avoidance of acknowledging. Once you find that thing, you're going to see rapid change very, very quickly. All right, let's take a deeper look into what it is that Spirit is encouraging you guys to embrace more of. Sorry guys, I'm just being redirected to a different deck. What is it that pile number 3 is being encouraged to embrace more of? Your motivational speaking abilities. You guys have an amplified voice. You guys are very good at motivational speaking and communicating ideas into manifest. You're very good at painting pictures for people through the use of your words. And the things that you have seen to come in the future, you might be being encouraged to talk more about it if you guys identify to be as like visionary or clairvoyant yourself. You guys have been doing a lot of reflection on the ego of the collective, and you're seeing issues arising that you're being encouraged to speak more about and share with other people. The energies around you, your spirit guides and the Ascended Masters, will help to support you in this. You're going to see the Ascended Masters in the living as well, which means you'll see repeated messages from other people who align to what truth you see in dimension. You're going to also be talking about more to do with the importance of self-love and what that actually means, what it looks like, the strengths and magic that it taps you into, that helps to kind of like evolve the conscious mind into an enhanced way of expressing itself or being. You really do inspire the individuality with people around you, and that's what you're being called to embrace more of, as well as guided by the divine, because this is going to help you to guide people towards breaking the illusions that they have built for themselves, and that the illusions of the system perpetuate within the beliefs of the people. You're helping people to see where it is that they have conditioned their personal power, or conditioned who it is that they truly are, and instead you are the types of people who invoke positive change and transformation within the collective around you, which also supports the positive change of yourself, you know. So overall, what you're being called to embrace is your willpower, your inspiration, what you become attracted to, and the motivation of what purpose means to you. So the meaning that you give to what you focus on. That is what is going to lead you to the expansion of freedom. Freedom to be yourself. Freedom to kind of create the best possible outcomes you can, that can be shared not just within your immediate circles and stuff. It's like perhaps you have a platform, and the things and life lessons that you come to learn, attain, and master, you might write about and share online or on your public platforms. You might talk about it, write a book about it, I don't know. But whatever it is that you're wanting to share is going to be mutual benefit for people that you have to share with. Also your friends, also your family. As you heal yourself, you're literally healing the people and the places and the things around you, because it's like you're in full embodiment of that which like radiates it in your energy, and people feel it around you. They'll feel it as a form of serenity, as a form of clarity, as a form of safety for vulnerability. And you'll start to see when you're in that alignment, a lot of people will spill their life stories to you. Pile number 3. And this is because you guys have the ability to listen so well and see what people explain to you, that you perceive details that other people don't, in ways that you are able to use to motivate positive change within people. And this is how it is that you spread your unconditional love, or in other words, your compassion. This is how you show your healing abilities, and also how you manifest positive energy. You work in mutuality with people, pile number 3. And you will find when people around you and your environments aren't doing well, you guys aren't doing well. And this is what I feel motivates you most. You feel best when the environment around you is good too. And you guys will be very good at picking up on the subtle influences of negativity. You will either see it or feel it. You guys could be clairvoyant sentients, which means you see the emotions of people that is concealed, either through what you envision or what you can literally see on people. Perhaps you have you have a hidden talent for body language, hand signals, or like perhaps there's something like sign language. Like there's gifts here to be able to pick up on underlying concealed communication. Okay, so what is the block to them embracing what it is that you are guiding them to? Please, guides, guardians, and universe, what is blocking them from embracing this, the challenge? You're trying to solve hostility or deceit or confusion in places that don't need resolution right now. You're being called to release what has been blocking you from progress. You know what's blocking you from creating the best possible outcomes. And I feel like this is your own self-deceit of talking yourself out of your potential, or it's from you listening to the projected judgments, confinements, expectations, opinions of you, pile number 3, that you're learning to let go of so that you can manifest the best possible outcome. The reality it is that you feel like you would thrive in and support the environment that will support better things into being. Like your guides and the energy is talking really, really fast, because it's like, come on now, you can do this, guys. You're not far off now. And there's something that you've been working on repeatedly. I would say take a break. Take a break from this focus, because it's going to open you up to discovering things that you need, that will then revitalize your vision to follow your dream. Does that make sense? Perhaps you guys have felt cut off from like spiritual connection recently, but I see here in the very near future, I would say over the next 13 days in particular, you're going to find deep transformation within that will then re-invoke how it is that you can bring transformation in the best possible way outside of you. Please don't give up on your dreams, your hopes, and your highest ideals, because you can condition them into being. I see that here, and that's what you're being called not to give up on. So advice for you guys moving forward as guided by the divine. Trust in yourself and make every moment of your time count. If you put meaning into what it is that you do in the present moment of every present moment, you will find yourself utilizing the highest ideals of the vibration of number 5, which is positive change, unexpected change, play, romance, joy, happiness, relaxation. It's the balance. It's being in the space of neutrality. which means nothing outside of you can really affect you without your permission, because you're in total awareness of the lower vibrations, the higher vibrations, because you're in control of your present vibration. Does that make sense? You give permission to all it is that you desire and do not desire. With this card coming out here, set your course number 22. Know where it is that you wish to go and have a plan for yourself, and that will give you the insight you need to make the right choices to lead you in the right directions. Those are the messages that I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope this has found you well and has served positive purpose. But with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look into what it is that the divine is encouraging you to embrace more of. So tapping into your energy, I just heard purification and detoxification, so that you can truly blossom. There is something that you've been overindulgent in or too receptive to that has been affecting your ability to move forward, is what I just heard here. And what you're being encouraged to do is use strategic withdrawal so that you can disarm toxicity. I don't know. What is that? What does that mean? Is it... There's concealed instinctual guidance that you're being called to assert more. Okay. I see now, because this is going to help you to renew your vitality. There's going to be a resurfacing of something that you thought you should have given up on, but it's like, even if you did give up on the thing that you had been guided to embrace more of, it's going to come back up, and it's going to come up quite distinctive. I don't know. There's something that you gave up on in the past, pile number 4, right? It was an ideal, it was a hope, it was a desire, it was something that you wanted. And you probably lied about it. Like, you probably lied to people outside of you, saying it's not a big deal, I don't care about it, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. But then you find out and rediscover that no, you were just concealing the truth of something. And it's now been affecting your emotions, which has been affecting your ability to self-express, which is why you're being called to embrace your courage, embrace your inner strength, embrace your inner authority. This will enhance your confidence and self-esteem, and that will prepare you to kind of take leadership to create the result you were wanting to begin with. Does that make sense? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry guys. So you're being also encouraged to spend time in self-reflection on your coping mechanisms. This will help you to reground yourself, because there were certain coping mechanisms that were once good that have now become unhealthy for you, that you're being called to release because you've already outgrown it. And it's no longer manifesting positive returns or things. And I think you've already perceived what these things are. So for example, if you used to use alcohol to have a good time, to escape your social anxiety, to escape your problems, this is what you're going to be working on and release yourself from doing, by finding the courage to actually face what is motivating you to use this indulgence to escape, because that's what it is, escapism. That's the true root of the issue and discomfort that you guys have been feeling. It's like there's something here that is really not easy, and people keep telling you that it is, but it's not. And I'm here to justify, and well, no, it's not even justification. I'm here to like validate you in that. Like, I want to validate that for you, because yeah, it's not something that's easy, but it's something that you found yourself putting yourself in without really realizing where you were putting yourself. I don't know. What is it that you're guiding pile number 4 to embrace more of at this time? Your intuitive insights. There is something within you that you keep feeling rising to the surface that has been telling you, guiding you, directing you to do something because it's not sitting right with you. Like, there's a result outside of you that has come to manifest that doesn't sit right with you, and you're being called to assert yourself to make the change that is needed to realign the potential of what's going on here. This is a cycle, and the thing about cycles is that they're very influential. They're chosen and designed. So let me put it this way. Let's say that the cycle is 2 weeks in advance planned. So what you do in the present is what sets up the next 2 weeks following the 2 weeks that is already set. Does that make sense? So I think what you guys are learning to recognize the most is embracing how it is that you contribute to the outcomes and results. You're learning to own this and to find power in this right now, and that's what you're being called to embrace. This is what is going to truly enhance the abundance and luck you have been hoping for in your life, with the unconditional love and angel assistance. You guys have been asking for help with something, and the thing is, the energy and spirit are helping you to achieve what it is that you have been hoping for. But the thing is, you are required to invest something that is necessary that you have been resistant to, and recognizing the resistance and what motivates you to this resistance. Reflecting on that is what is going to give you the true insight of what is necessary to make the changes that you need to bring more goodness into your life. So let me put it this way. I got a scenario, right, of a relationship that you were in, and I don't know, perhaps you made a mistake. You knew that the mistake was going to create bad things in the relationship, and though you did it anyway, and then, I don't know, a separation came to be. And since that separation, you have been resistant to admitting to yourself that there is unconditional love here. So the way to help this sit with you better, from what I'm seeing with the intuition and angel assistance, is that your emotions is telling you that you are suffering because of the result of this outcome and these choices, which means you are required to go back to that situation and kind of apologize or make amends. Work to compromise, work to understand, work to make sense. Work, what's that word? I forget the word, but what's that word when there's a situation and there's closure? Work to create closure. And if you can't do this with the person outside of you, you're being called to embrace this reflection with yourself so that you can create the closure that you need to then move forward. And spirit guides around you will help you to create the closure that is necessary to help yourself to let go of an attachment of a timeline that is non-existent anymore, so that you can make the best out of your presence, which is found in the now. And this is the home of your power right now. So what is the challenge for pile number 4? Remove yourself from toxic influences, habits, beliefs, perspectives, and emotions that influence you to create negative choices. Because what you're not understanding is you can change everything at the snap of a finger. But there is this belief that you're holding that is blocking you off from all things that are good, all things that could be available to you right now. You're blocking yourself off from love, being receptive to truth, being receptive to clarity, being receptive to progress, improvement, enhancement, transformation, freedom, beauty, health. Legit. That's named from all the creatures that I see in the background, and also the toxicity card here. And the funny thing is, your higher self and the angels have already been working to help you with this situation. Quite literally. What's blocking them? Your disbelief, accepting things for as they are right now in the present time. As soon as you can find yourself in acceptance, you'll be able to find yourself in re-empowerment. Accepting your part to play, your contributions, what you need to take accountability over. And what people don't understand is accountability is not a bad thing, and it's not something you should judge yourself for. It's actually an untapped potential of power. Accountability gives you the keys it is that you need to take control over your present lifestyle. It gives you the insight, the clarity, the perspective, everything, the direction, the guidance to move forward. It is a tool, and it also is a guide. Your intuition has already been telling you what you need to do, and for some reason you're just not doing it. So you're being called to embrace doing what you know you need to then heal yourself and heal your circumstances, and also heal your idea of what you can make possible for yourself moving forward, because this focus that has been pressing on you and holding you stagnant has literally been doing that, holding you back from becoming who it is that you can be and having the life it is that you're deserving of having. Okay, so what is it that they can embrace to help support the best possible outcome into their reality? Listen to your instincts, listen to your emotions, and say what you mean and mean what you say. Stick to the promises that you make with yourself, because this will strengthen your self-awareness and self-trust and self-confidence. Don't worry about the past it is that you're moving away from, because it really doesn't matter. It's the attachment that you hold to your past that influences your choices in the now and your emotions in the now, which then is perpetuated and projected through your subconscious mind and your choices. If you can do that and become aware of how these attachments affect you, these resistances, you'll be able to take accountability and redirect how it is that things are manifesting in your timeline. You'll start to see things in a much more positive way, and you'll start to discover better truths that are available to you in the now. Truths that you've wondered a lot and questioned a lot about. So for example, referring back to the relationship separation sort of example, you've probably asked yourself a lot of questions, and those questions will come to be answered once this process is undertaken. What should they be aware of moving forward? Not to become distracted by is flow. You can't always control life's events, but you can control yourself. That is the main message here. Don't work to control the events outside of you, the situations and circumstances, or people, perspectives, and beliefs. Don't work to be believed. Don't work to be seen. Just be as you are. Be who you are. Take accountability over who it is that you are, and the rest will reveal clarity to you. It will show you where you need to move away from, because it will also encourage a direction to move in. Everything you're looking for is right now. It's more so clearing yourself from the distractions, clearing yourself from the resistance, and clearing yourself from attachment, so that you can set your slate clean, which means your mind silences. It's not blocked by any distractions. Your body is now free of stress relief, because your focus isn't in 20 gazillion places all at once. And then your subconscious mind is settled, because it's not an action projecting itself. Instead, it's working to be understood by the conscious mind. Does that make sense? And this is how you bring balance to yourself. This is how you will also realize what is needed to nurture your desires into developmental being. And will help you to stay in balance, so that you don't become overwhelmed with the truth card coming out here, number 44. If you can remain authentic to your core values, you will find no issue coming up over the next 30 to 60 days. And after those 30 and 60 days of the cycle being completed, you're going to find much more security, much more stability, foundations and channels for more financial growth, financial steps moving forward, progress within your own self-awareness. You'll feel more connected with yourself and the people that you keep around you, and you'll start to attract in new connections as well, because you'll know what is good about you that you can then offer genuinely. That is another key. Genuinity, truth, authenticity are the main highlighting factors that will lead you away from any negative influence, manifestation, or subconscious projection from others or yourself. So those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 4. I really do hope this has served positive purpose to you. I'm sorry if that didn't come across very clear. I was channeling most of it, trying to make sense of it, because I don't know, the energy was in plenty of different places, and you guys are just learning to reground, recenter, bring all that belongs to you back to your conscious self, and release all that does not belong to you, so that you can kind of reclaim your empowerment and reset things in the way that they're supposed to be, through the reflection of who it is that you authentically are, because you're embracing all that is actually yours. So those are the messages that I have for you today. I hope this has come a positive service once again, and until next time, guys, bye.